See this? This might be the most unique golf bag ever made. And yes, this is a golf bag, or at least part of one. Confused? Keep watching. Let's try this one more time. This might be the most unique golf bag ever made. And that is the Stitch SL2 MIY, aka Make It Yours. And it is the first interchangeable, customizable golf bag that I have ever heard of. And honestly, it's pretty good. If you're in the market for a new golf bag and you've been considering a Stitch bag or another high-end golf bag and you're curious about what the SL2 Make It Yours is all about, well, I got you. We're doing a full Stitch Golf Make It Yours review right here. I'm gonna tell you what I like about it, what I don't, what's interesting, how the whole thing works, and if it's something you should consider buying. So if that sounds interesting, keep watching. Today's video is for you. Real quick, before we jump into the review, if you're still confused about which golf bag you should get, then I've got something for you. We've got a 30-second quiz. You're gonna answer a few questions about what you are looking for in a golf bag, and I will give you my best recommendation on what I think you should get based on your needs. I think you'll find it really valuable, so you can even do it right now while you're watching this video. Also, you're a smart person, I imagine you know this, but if you use the coupon code or if you click the link below and you buy a bag, then I'm going to get a commission on that. My whole goal here is to help you find the right products for your needs. I don't care which one you buy, but if you do buy through our links, it does help me continue to make videos like this for you. And if you don't want to use the code or click the affiliate link, then don't worry, there's plenty of other reviews out there on YouTube. I encourage you to go check out those as well. Okay, so first, let's talk about what the Stitch SL2 Make It Yours is all about. So basically, it is an interchangeable golf bag system. So there's three components to it. You've got the chassis, which is the full bag. You've got the straps, and you've got the saddle, which is this piece that I showed you here. So you start with the chassis. You can pick your color between white or dark blue. Then you pick your strap. There's three different colors to choose from there. And then you pick your saddle. So the idea is that you buy the chassis or the golf bag, and then over time, you can switch out with different colors, different materials, different straps, whatever it might be. And so you've got this truly customizable golf bag. Right now, there's only a handful of colors available. So there's 2 chassis colors and 3 colors each for the straps and the saddle. They're all kind of variations of whites and blues. So this is the light blue saddle. This is the white chassis. This is the navy blue saddle. So if you're looking for a bag within that color scheme, then you're gonna love the options here. That being said, it's still relatively limited. You look at all the different colorways that are, for instance, on the Sun Mountain Mid-Stripe, which has at least like 8 different colorways that are all super unique. This, even though it's customizable and you can interchange things, all the bags tend to look fairly similar because of the limited options. One of my concerns when I first got this bag was, well, how easy is it going to be to attach things? How easy is it going to be to actually customize things? And the good news is it's super easy. So basically, there are zippers on either side of the saddle, and what you're gonna do is you're then just going to zip them onto either side of the golf bag. So you've got a zipper here, attach it around, you've got another zipper here, attach it, away you go. The straps, also super easy. Very similar to what you will find on a lot of other high-end golf bags. You've got 4 clips, 2 clips up top, 2 in the center of the bag. You clip them in, you put it on, you adjust to your liking, and away you go. From a customizable standpoint, from a setup standpoint, this bag is actually incredibly easy to use. Let's talk about how this performs just as a typical golf bag. If you're comparing it to the regular Stitch SL2 or the Vessel Player 4 or other brands in this price point. Now, when I first got this, I was honestly a little bit concerned because with this new saddle design, they kind of changed the way the whole golf bag is laid out. So you're not gonna see a giant garment pocket and you're not gonna see a valuables pouch up here. Basically, all of the storage comes down in the saddle part of it. Now, because of this redesign, it felt to me like there was gonna be a lot less space, despite the fact Stitch says this has 50% more storage than the regular SL2 bag. But the fact it didn't have that garment pouch, which is something I use a ton, both for like my camera equipment, for layers, clothes, all that stuff, I was kind of concerned. But after playing 2 rounds with this bag, I can safely say, yeah, it feels like there is 50% more storage. These pockets right here, you can fit a ton of stuff in there. So I can put my camera in here, I can fit layers in here. There's one on each side, and I was genuinely surprised with how much storage there was. Along with the 2 pockets here on the side, there's also a magnetic pouch right in the middle. You can fit a dozen golf balls in it. The whole thing is felt lined, and there's a special valuables pouch right in here in the zipper. I still kind of like the valuables pouch up here, but it's nice to know that it was included. There's an insulated water bottle holder here on the side, which works great. It's even large enough I was able to fit a full-size Bluetooth golf speaker in there, so no complaints there. And then there's a little pencil holder here as well. As with other Stitch golf bags, you've got a hip pad, and generally speaking, feature-wise, it's pretty cool. Like, this bag, I actually will say I like more than the regular SL2. My big critique with the SL2 is there simply wasn't enough storage space. I thought the bag looked great, but I found myself like cramming stuff in, and it just never really worked that well. So with this design, there is actually more space. I found it to be more functional, and it still looks just as good as those other bags, and it carries great. So there's a great padded handle right here, which feels really nice. There's also this handle up top, which is a durable plastic, but it feels a little thin, and when you look at some of the other competing models that have this in leather, this plastic just feels a little bit cheap to me. But overall, still a great feeling high-end bag. The material of the bag feels kind of like a vinyl. It doesn't necessarily feel like leather. Some of the other bags from Vessel or Sun Mountain feel like a little more faux leathery. This feels more vinyl-y, but because of that, it also feels like this bag is a lot more weather resistant than some of those other bags, which for me, being in the Pacific Northwest, I really like. So if you're just considering this as a regular golf bag, take all the like make it yours customizations, take that away, this is my favorite Stitch bag that I have used to date. But the retail price is $448, and honestly, that's a lot of money to pay for a golf bag. Granted, you can use the code BE20, that's gonna save you 20%, and it's gonna drop the cost of this bag down to around $360, which that feels like a much better deal, considering that's more in line with bags like the Sun Mountain Mid-Stripe and considerably less than most of the options from Vessel. So if you're looking at this as a $450 bag, that feels like a lot of money for this. I would probably look elsewhere. But at $360, all of a sudden it's a lot more compelling. And then when you factor in all the customization options, that's when things get really interesting. So who's this bag for? Well, there's a few people. If you're looking for a Stitch bag, you like the Stitch styling, you like the Stitch brand, then absolutely, I think you're going to like this bag. It's definitely got a little bit of a different setup than the SL2, but personally, I like it quite a bit more. I didn't think I was gonna like not having the garment pouch. I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about this saddle down here, but generally speaking, I really enjoy the space it provides, and I actually do prefer the layout of this bag compared to other bags. This one with very padded straps, it's also super comfortable to carry, but most Stitch bags are. So if you're in the market for a Stitch bag, this is definitely one that you should think about. The other person that I think might be right for this is the type of person that likes to tinker. You like to switch things up. Maybe you're the type of person that likes to lease a car because you want a new car and something new and exciting every couple years, as opposed to buying a car new, using it for 15 years and running it into the ground. Assuming Stitch is going to really continue to invest in this platform, then you're going to have a lot of options for different colorways. Maybe they're going to have different saddles that have different layouts and different feels in the future. I can see this having a ton of potential, but only if the kind of experiment works. Only if people have bought into it and people are excited about it enough for Stitch to continue innovating and rolling out new colorways, new styles, and new features. Because as it sits right now, with limited colorways, you can really only do so much with this bag. One use case that I think is really interesting, and this is how I'm personally going to use this bag, is being able to easily switch out your bag between seasons without having to get a whole new golf bag. So if you've got two saddles, maybe you've got your summer saddle and your winter saddle. So the winter one has an extra layer. It's got your rain gloves. It's got some like hand warmers. It's got things like that. So instead of having to, take everything out of your bag, put everything back in your bag, switch out your clubs, you can literally like unzip the saddle, grab the cold weather saddle, zip it back on, and away you go. So overall, I think the Stitch Golf SL2 Make It Yours bag is a really cool bag. It's something that's unique. It's unlike anything else that's on the market. So if you're looking for something that most people aren't going to have, that's going to make people stop and say, oh, wait, what is that? Then this is an excellent choice. The downside is $448. That's a lot of money to spend on this. And at that price point, I would personally probably lean towards getting the Vessel Player 4, which just feels a little bit more premium all the way around. That's not to say this doesn't feel like a high-end bag, because it does. But if you're paying that much money, some of the little extras and smaller touches, like those leather handles we talked about that you see on the Vessel bags, I kind of gravitate towards, and I think that's more worth the money. However, using that discount code, bringing this down to $360, all of a sudden, That's saving you a bunch of money when compared to the Vessel bag. You're still getting something super unique that's very functional, and you have that added benefit of potentially being able to customize it down the road. So all in all, I was pleasantly surprised by this bag. I liked it more than I expected to, and if you're a fan of Stitch Golf, then I think you are definitely going to be happy with the SL2 Make It Yours. My name is Sean Ogle. I'm the founder of this thing here at Breaking 80, where we do cool golf product reviews and golf course reviews. If after this, you're still not sure which golf bag is right for you, go take our 30-second quiz that is linked below. You're going to answer a few questions about what you're looking for, and I'm going to give you my best recommendation on what you should get. I think you're going to get a lot of value out of it, especially if you're a little confused around which bag is right for you. So with that, I hope you have an excellent day. Subscribe, thumbs up, do all the things. If you have any questions, drop them below, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.